Imagine standing on the edge of a cliff, looking out into an endless horizon. The view appears both serene and infinite, but with each passing moment, the landscape subtly shifts. What you thought was clear and static is, in fact, a dynamic and ever-changing scene. In this fleeting and mutable reality, one might wonder, how can we be certain about anything, especially the truth? If everything around us is subject to change, how do we define what is true and what is not? This question lies at the heart of a philosophical exploration that has intrigued thinkers for centuries. The notion that there are no eternal facts or absolute truths challenges our perceptions, our beliefs, and even the very foundations upon which we construct our understanding of the world. It invites us to reconsider how we navigate life and understand reality. As we delve into this complex topic, we are reminded of a profound statement. There are no eternal facts, as there are no absolute truths. This concept beckons us to question everything we hold to be true and to reflect on the nature of truth itself. Is truth something that can be discovered once and for all, or is it an ever-evolving construct shaped by time, experience, and perspective? Welcome to the Unfolding Journey YouTube channel, where we explore the nuances of reality, perception, and human understanding. Here, we embark on thought-provoking journeys into the complexities of life and the world around us. Each episode is a deep dive into philosophical questions, providing you with new insights and encouraging you to question the very fabric of your existence. Together, we will unravel the layers of truth, perception, and reality, one idea at a time. As we embark on this exploration, let us keep in mind that what we see, believe, and understand today might not be the same tomorrow. It's a reminder that truth, in its many forms, is a fluid concept, ever-changing and subject to interpretation. Throughout history, humans have searched for absolute truths, believing that certain facts could stand the test of time. Ancient philosophers like Plato and Aristotle strove to find universal truths about the nature of existence, morality, and knowledge. These early thinkers postulated that there were certain fundamental principles that underpin the world, truths that were immutable and could not be altered by time or context. However, as we advanced in our understanding of the world, it became apparent that truth is not as simple as these early thinkers may have believed. In the modern era, we see how the pursuit of truth takes on different forms: empirical truths based on scientific inquiry, personal truths rooted in individual experience, and societal truths shaped by collective agreement. One of the most prominent figures in contemporary philosophy, Friedrich Nietzsche, famously proclaimed that there are no facts, only interpretations. According to Nietzsche, what we regard as truth is shaped by our perspectives, our cultural contexts, and our subjective experiences. From this point of view, truth is not an absolute entity waiting to be discovered. It is instead a product of human interpretation. This relativistic view challenges the traditional notion of objective truth. If truth is a matter of interpretation, then who is to say that one person's truth is any more valid than another's? Does that mean truth is entirely subjective, and what one person believes to be true might be entirely false to someone else? As we move through life, we develop our own understanding of the world based on our experiences, culture, and upbringing. These individual lenses through which we perceive the world play a pivotal role in how we come to understand what is true. This is where the concept of relativism comes into play. Cultural relativism, for example, asserts that truth and moral values are not universal but are instead determined by the norms and values of a specific culture or society. What is considered true or right in one culture might not be the same in another. This raises important questions. Can we ever truly understand someone else's truth if it is shaped by a completely different set of experiences? Does this mean that there is no such thing as a universal human experience or an overarching truth that applies to all of humanity? Similarly, personal relativism emphasizes the idea that truth is deeply subjective and shaped by individual perspectives. What one person perceives to be true about the world, their relationships, or their experiences may differ vastly from another's view of reality. This personal truth, though it may seem valid to the individual, does not necessarily hold weight outside of that person's experience. An example of this can be found in the realm of memory. How many times have we heard conflicting stories about the same event from different people? Each person remembers and interprets the event through their own subjective lens, and thus, each version of the story becomes a unique truth. The idea of objective truth, in this context, becomes an elusive ideal, one that cannot be fully captured due to the varying perspectives of the individuals involved. In the realm of science, the search for truth is a pursuit of objective facts. Scientists rely on empirical evidence and repeatable experiments to uncover truths about the natural world. Through this process, they seek to discover laws of nature that are consistent and universal, regardless of who is observing them. However, even in the scientific domain, truth is not always as clear-cut as we might assume. Scientific knowledge evolves over time as new discoveries are made and old theories are tested and revised. For example, in the early 20th century, the theory of Newtonian physics was widely regarded as an absolute truth. It explained the movements of objects in the universe with remarkable precision. But with the advent of quantum mechanics and the theory of relativity, it became clear that Newtonian physics was only a limited model, not a universal law. This illustrates the dynamic nature of scientific truth. What is considered a fact today may be revised or even disproven tomorrow. This is not to say that science is unreliable, but rather that it is an ongoing process of refinement and discovery. As new information becomes available, our understanding of reality shifts and evolves. In this sense, scientific truths are not eternal. They are subject to change and expansion as our knowledge and technology improve. This realization underscores the idea that truth is not a fixed entity, but a fluid and evolving construct. The more we learn, the more we realize how much there is yet to understand. One of the most fascinating aspects of truth is the role that language plays in shaping our understanding of it. Language is not just a tool for communication. It is also a framework through which we interpret the world. The way we describe events, ideas, and experiences can influence how we perceive their truth. Consider, for example, how different cultures have distinct words for emotions, colors, or experiences that may not exist in other languages. These linguistic variations can shape how people in different cultures understand and experience the world around them. In this sense, language acts as a lens through which truth is filtered. Additionally, language can be used to manipulate or distort truth. Politicians, advertisers, and media outlets often frame information in ways that influence public perception. By using certain words, phrases, or narratives, they can shape the truth as it is understood by the masses. This highlights the power of language in shaping not only how we communicate, but also how we perceive reality. Despite our best efforts to seek out objective truth, there remains an inescapable uncertainty about the world. No matter how much we study, how many facts we gather, or how many perspectives we consider, there will always be elements of reality that elude us. This uncertainty does not have to be seen as a negative aspect of existence. In fact, it can be liberating. By acknowledging the limitations of our knowledge and the fluidity of truth, we open ourselves up to new possibilities, new ideas, and new ways of thinking. It is in the pursuit of truth, not necessarily in its attainment, that we find growth and discovery. Furthermore, accepting that truth is not absolute allows us to develop empathy and understanding for others. If we recognize that each person's truth is shaped by their experiences, we can approach conversations with an open mind and a willingness to learn. Rather than arguing for the sake of proving one side right and the other wrong, we can embrace the complexity and richness of multiple perspectives. As we conclude our exploration of truth, it becomes clear that the search for absolute, unchanging facts is an elusive endeavor. Truth, in all its forms, is deeply subjective and ever-changing. Whether we are grappling with philosophical questions, scientific discoveries, or personal experiences, we must acknowledge that our understanding of truth is fluid and influenced by a multitude of factors. But rather than seeing this as a limitation, we should embrace the uncertainty that accompanies the quest for truth. By doing so, we open ourselves up to a richer, more nuanced understanding of the world and the people around us. Truth is not something that can be captured in its entirety. It is a journey, an unfolding process of discovery and growth. If you've enjoyed this philosophical journey and want to continue exploring the complexities of life, perception, and truth, we invite you to subscribe to the Unfolding Journey YouTube channel. Join us as we continue to question, reflect, and learn together. Let's embark on this journey of discovery, where every new question leads to a deeper understanding of the world. Subscribe now and become a part of this ever-evolving conversation.